Oops. I did not quite time that right. But, anyways, welcome to everyone that is here, and to those of you who are going to be watching this later. I am Tatsumari, and today, or at least right now, instead of playing a game, today I am going to be working on a drawing that I haven't picked up in a while for the story Maplestory, the novel, Guardians. Now, if you're wondering what Guardians is, on fanfiction.net I have the majority of the story so far that I have written. I Once things slow down a little bit more, I will be trying to get editing back to that because there is a lot of story to come. Um, I have gotten a couple comments from people who have read the story on um, not only fanfiction.net, but also on Archive of Our Own. And sorry about that, I had to cough. I didn't want to blow your ears out. Um, Asking me to continue. So I will be continuing it. I just actually have to find the time to, sit down and actually do some of the editing. Um, Give me a second here. Okay, so I'm just kind of the way I have this kind of set up right now, I am using a slightly different setup than I normally do. I am not using my normal streaming mic. I am just using my headset microphone right now because it's a little better for me, so that way I can keep things. There we go. Kind of out of the way of my viewing of the screen over here, so I can see what I'm doing. But if you do like what you see, be sure and subscribe to the channel where you can see Maplestory the novel's Sacred Tears. Now, this is the first book, or first season, really, I call it, of the Maplestory the novel series that I have in mind. I will be doing more in the future. It's just, again, I don't have the time at the moment. More on that at the end of the stream. Or, if that's not your speed, you can also check out Sly Cooper, Rise of Vexen, which I am currently working on Chapter 4 right now. So be on the lookout for that. And be sure to subscribe to become a coin in the vault so you don't miss a thing. But for now, let's see if we can get things up and running. And of course, this is not quite doing what I want it to do. No, there we go. There we go. Now you can see what I'm up to. Let's see. Let's kind of... There we go. Now you can see everything I'm doing. Alright, so anyways, this is of the original character I have named Helen Olmen. In the story of Guardians, she is the character that represents the mage classes, or the mage subcategory of classes in all of Maplestory. So, this, I am not sure. I'll have to double check here really quick. Give me a second here. Let's see, is Hidden Street still a thing? It looks like it is. Is this the... Yeah, that's the current one. Okay. Because there is a Hidden Street that was pre-Big Bang. And then there's a hiddenstreet.net, which is, for those of you who are interested, Hidden Street is a kind of like a Wikipedia page for all things Maplestory. But it looks like we have a viewer in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I hope you were at least mildly entertained as I just kind of draw something today. Let's see. I believe I need to check all the skills, because recently all the Maplestory classes, they got a rework, and because I play currently a hero class, which is a warrior subtype, and there's about 2 or 3 skills that got removed or changed into something else. So I'll go into the explanation of what you see on the screen right now here in a minute. I just want to make sure that I'm kind of getting my end of things right. Let me see. Oops. Turn off my drawing pad for a second here. Now, if you see my mouse moving around on the screen, I don't think so. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let me double check one last thing. I guess I should do this right now just to make sure, just to kind of, while I'm passing the time here. So, viewer in the chat, how are you doing today? I hope your day was okay. I'm just double checking something here to ensure that I know what I'm doing. Oh, we got a second viewer. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see here today. Thanks for coming. And I hope your day was going well. Oh, Daniel, you're here. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out how this the version of YouTube works, or the YouTube streaming works on my side of things, but I'll get there. So that's good. Okay. So that should be pretty recent then. Okay, so here's the explanation of what I'm doing. So let me kind of start over here. The character that I'm drawing is an original character from my story, Maplestory the novel Guardians, which is book 2 of a series I'm working on. The YouTube videos that I have up right now are of Sacred Tears, which is book 1. This skill that I'm kind of drawing right now is a skill called Righteously Indignant. I think for a while it wasn't a thing in Maplestory classes, but I could be wrong because I do not play a bishop class, aka a magician subclass from Maplestory. So Righteously Indignant is kind of a... I think it's been reassigned as a booster kind of skill, to where it like boosts magic attack or something like that. However, in the story, you know what, now that I think about it, this the use of this skill actually doesn't pop up until like the 4th book, now that I think about it. But anyways, the way I always pictured this skill happening is that it's not necessarily just a booster and some like warrior fairy, which is the picture you see here, that just kind of helps you out. Rather, I always imagined it that it's like magic armor being put onto a mage, and so like a mage becomes like a lance warrior for a short time. So that's what the character Helen Olmen becomes when she uses this skill. in the story that I have written. For those of you who are watching later, and for those of you who are watching now, I will put a link to the story so far in the description below. It has not gotten to the point where this actually pops up, but it's just a drawing that I'm doing just to kind of pass the time and have some fun. So Daniel, tell me, how's what's new since you saw the stream last? I guess I will also mention that I'm taking some liberties as to what the armor actually looks like, since, you know, this little blurry picture right here, I can't really see much, so there are some liberties I am taking. I guess what I can do... Nope, that's not that right. That's the wrong layer. I want... Not that layer. That layer gone. There we go. Alright, so I guess I can work on her... I can't remember what these are called. They're not gauntlets, because gauntlets would go across your hands. Which, of course, she does need gauntlets, I think. If I kind of look at the... No, she doesn't actually have gauntlets. Those are actual hands right there. Okay. So I guess I can give it a different... Give these bracers, that's what they're called. Slightly different... form. Well, actually, now that I look at it, I have the basics of the entire armor down. So I guess from here, I'll just be... Actually, hold on. I think I'm missing something. Yeah, these bits of armor right there on her hips. I think, if I remember right... Oh, we got a third viewer in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I hope you were at least mildly entertained by what's going on here. What was I after? Right. Armor. Pieces. Hip. Armor. No. No, that's not what they're called. What are they called? What are they called? I should know this because I like this stuff a lot too. Huh. Okay, so it's either a fold or a tacet. Let me look up what... Okay, so it's probably a tacet. That's probably what it is. Alright, cool. So yeah, that's what we're missing. We're missing the tacets on her armor. So, let's see. Let me make sure I have kind of the center going on here. Okay, so we want to put this on. We'll put a new layer in here. I'll call this armor 1.5. So that way... Oh, we lost viewers. Oh well. They're lost, right, Daniel? Okay, so we're going to go like so. We're going to give her some big tacets. Because, you know, it's It's never good when a mage just suddenly out of nowhere gets like heavy armor. You know you're in like really deep trouble when that happens. Oh, hold on. I am doing something weird here. This is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I was just kind of working something on my side. Anyways. Alright, so what we're going to do. So we're going to kind of give her like a. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, let's see. We're going to give her kind of a belt thing going on here. To kind of hold them together. And then we're going to kind of bring this up here. Now this is just kind of the basic shape, I guess. Because Endermanly, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Not really. It's just this is just a kind of a random stream that I decided to do. I was a little bored and wanted to do something because it was a little too. There was some recording I need to do, but it's a little too late to do that today on my side. So I decided that I just wanted to do something before I go to bed today, and this is what I'm working on. All right, cool. At least it's keeping you out of trouble, right, Ender? Alright, so there's kind of that. Actually, you know what? This needs to be... It's all good. Nope, that's the wrong layer. I want this layer. So we're going to bring this like so. And then we're going to go... Yes, I do assume. And if I assume wrong, well, that's your problem, not mine. No, that just does not look right. Now that just looks like a big Dumbo ear. Okay, so let's try this. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. so let's kind of... Raw meat. What kind of assignment do you have? Now I'm curious. Oh, okay. Do you mind if I ask for what, or do you want to just kind of leave that over there because you're going to, you're winding down for beddy-by? Okay, so I'm gonna erase a little bit more of you because you are no longer a thing. We're gonna erase some of you. What layer are you on? Okay, fair enough. All right, so that kind of gives me the basic outline to work with. Okay. Okay, we'll go to Lance and okay, so this one gets erased, but now I gotta figure out where that line is at. Nope, it's not the hair one. It's on armor 1, really? Okay. So there's kind of the basic outline. Daniel, Ender, what do you think? Is that a good place to start? I mean, I'm gonna go back and, do the more refined outline, but do you think that's a good start to work with? I'm basically kind of making the equivalent of you are now going to pay armor. Okay. I am using a different mic, and like I said, it's my headset microphone, so it's kind of below my nose. So, it has a little bit of a different setup. Okay, so I did move the mic away from my mouth. Is that a little better? Because like I said, it's my headphone microphone, so it's kind of I have my headphones around my neck, and I don't have it like exactly. Okay, yeah, I don't have it exactly in the most the greatest spot right now because it's just kind of over on the side of my face, so that way it's out of the way, so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Because my normal streaming mic would be kind of in the way of what I'm doing. All right. So, anyways, back to the question at hand. Ender, Daniel, do you think that is a good starting point for line art before I begin solidifying in the outline? Um. Oh, Wow, I completely forgot about the wings. I'll probably add them in. Yeah, I guess I can. Guess I can. Yeah, and I think you were here for that. I think I was doing it on Twitch rather than here. Um, hmm. Let's see. All right. So let's put the wings on. All right. So we've got. We're gonna put another layer, and then we're gonna put this all the way at the bottom. Okay, that's that layer. All right, cool. What is this layer? This layer is hands, or is the hand. So, all right. Okay, so let's see. Kind of the middle of. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so what we're going to do here, since we got everything we need out of that layer, we are going to erase all of the little skeleton we've got going on back there. Alright. And then we're going to make this a full blast layer again. So I think this is kind of the middle of her back. No. Like her neck is right here. Shoulder, shoulder. It's kind of like right there. So the middle of her back is right about there. All right. Okay, so maybe like further back here, kind of. Oops. All right. All right. So then that's what we're gonna do. I'm just kind of looking for a reference point. Okay. Yeah. Good point. Because I'm just kind of looking a reference point to where kind of like the spine would be, because that's based on where the spine would be is all kind of where the wings would go from there. Okay, so that's kind of where the spine is. So then the wings. Oops, I need you. Okay, so the wings have like a really. Like the first third of them are like really narrow. So that's kind of what we're going to try to replicate there. I know that's not how wings are usually done. Okay, so this is, whoops. Is that it? Yeah, that's that. Okay. Okay, so wing number, well, shoulder blade is about here, so ish. So wing number 1, or I should say left wing, we're going to kind of stick here. And then wing number 2, we're going to stick right about here ish. Because really this is the way the skill would work, I kind of imagine, is that these aren't like actual wings. They're just kind of magical add-ons, if that makes sense. Like, they're not actually there. They're just representations that kind of help the mage fly along. Make sense? Okay. So, we're going to kind of do... And being that she's on the ground, we're probably going to make these wings folded. Or do you think I should have them spread out? Kind of like it has in the little picture over here. It's the whole wings are not gonna the entirety of the wings are not gonna fit, because they're, you know, here's the edge of the paper right. Let me get a bigger brush size here, because here's the edge of the paper right here. So at most I'd be able to kind of like do something like that where they're kind of off the page. This one you might be getting a little bit more wing, because like the tip, the wing elbow will be somewhere right around here, like behind her, and then it'll go that way. So like I said, I won't be able to get the entirety of the wing on screen or on the page, but I can get some of it on there. The only other thing, if I were to include, like, if I wanted to make, let's see, what is 33 by 42? I think this is an 8 by 11 page. So I could take all of these layers and put them on a bigger page, so I would be able to get the wings. Okay. Yeah, because right now, when the whole picture is done, that little sprite isn't going to be there. This is going to be... This over here is just going to be blank space. Or kind of taken up with the wing a little bit, but not much. It's just going to be basically blank space. Because if I were to do just a kind of a quick thing here, it'd be kind of like... Let me see, how the wings go again. Be something kind of a rough thing right here. It'd go something kind of like that. I guess let me erase this a little bit, because these aren't here per se. So it's kind of like the basic outline of where they'd be. Very rough, but that's not... Or I could just go a different route and do my own custom wings, which would be a lot bigger. Something more like, what's her name? Give me a second here. It's going to bug me if I don't find out. Maleficent's wings from the recent remake with Angelina Jolie. Oh, okay. Anyways, think like like eagle's wings, but like 30 times bigger. That's what she has. They look awesome. Yeah, I guess I'll just, because these are, again, these are magic wings, so they aren't actually there, so I guess the shape really doesn't matter too much. Yeah, they are, but they are a pain in the butt to draw properly. So like I said, these are magical. This is magical armor / magical wings, so I guess I can kind of get away with the less practical shape, you think? Tilted down, like more so kind of curled forward, or like not quite so extreme up, but like more so down, like that. All right. Yeah, I think I actually like that better. Thanks, Ender. And by the way, Daniel, if you have input, don't be shy. By all means, I am open for input. Actually, nope, this is the wrong layer. Okay, so we'll kind of do something like that. Okay, that seems like it kind of works there. Then we'll have kind of narrow. Then we'll kind of do something like that. Okay. And then we'll kind of... That's all right, man. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing this much longer. This was just kind of a nightcap, just to do something, more so than anything. So I felt like doing something. So hopefully anybody can come along for the journey. Well, maybe this will be some inspiration for you. How's that? Okay, so there's kind of a basic shape. Alright, so let's see. Let's try, I don't really like that shape too much, so we'll try something like that. Not really. Alright, so then... So I guess what I can do, give these wings a little more presence, is maybe make them a little taller behind her. And then go like that. Something like that. I'll add in the details a little bit later, but this is kind of a basic form that I can use. Something like that. I'll probably refine him a little later. So that way it can be good. Alrighty. So then what we're gonna do, that's you. Okay, so then we're gonna go from here. Wait, no. We're gonna go from here to here, and then we're going to make this a group. Oh, and by the way, for anybody who was wondering, this is the character Helen Olmen from the end of book 2. No, this would be the end of book 3 of Maplestory, the novel. I know it doesn't look like much here, but as it goes further along, I'll get like an actual drawing of her, so that way it looks less chibi. Oops, no. I want to do this. There we go. Alrighty. So then from there, we're going to put... What did I do? Oh, that was that. Okay. So I can get rid of that layer. And we're going to hide that layer away. We're going to hide that layer away. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to bring it down to about a 30-ish%. And then we're going to start finalizing things. Alright. So first, we're going to go down to a... Oops, no. Finla. No, I don't want to do that. Final. There we go. I know what I'm doing. Okie dokie. So first things first, we actually need to get this brush out. Bring this down to about a 4 point, I think it is. Come on, cooperate. Alright, fine. You want to do it the hard way? We'll do it the hard way. Nope. Nope, not a 4-point. We'll go about a 6-point. There we go, that's a little better. I think what I'm going to try to do here is get the head like this, like her face and her helmet done tonight, and then that's where we're going to call it today. So that way you don't miss too much Ender. How's that sound? Okay, so now if I can just get the line right. Come on. Oh, cool. Well, again, don't stay up too late, though, because while homework needs to get done, at the same time, you also need some sleep, so don't overdo it. I mean, I know it's college work, so there is no such thing as not overdoing it, but still. Alright. So there's that eye, kind of. Let's fill this in a little. Let's see. Is the fill function going to work like I want it to? Oh, for the most part, yeah. Cool. Okay. That's a terrible eye. Okay, let's go a little thicker on the outline here. That's terrible. There we go. That looks a little better. Alright, so let's grab this marker over here. We're going to erase that. Come back over here. And then we're going to do that. We can come down here. Oh, well, I think, let me see. If I remember right, I actually did kind of like a supplementary story. I don't remember if I fully fleshed it out or not. You'll have to check it out because I can't remember right off the top of my head. I believe it's called. If you go to my fanfiction.net page, there is another story I wrote, which is, again, it's a supplementary story called Another. I believe it is. It is a kind of a spin-off, I guess you could say, working with the Maplestory content called Friends Story, which still exists. Okay, let me start over. The story Another is a supplementary story to Maplestory the novel, which is in itself based in our world with the... Oh, man, this is kind of hard to explain with... All right, let me ask you this, Daniel. Are you familiar with Maplestory as a game at all? Because if I can start there, then I can move forward. Okay, so then, okay, there. Okay, I was assuming that most people I come across have never played Maplestory, so I usually just assume that people don't know what it is. But anyways, the story, it's kind of a short-ish story. I'm going to try and flesh it out some more, but it uses the concept of friend story, kind of, but it is set in the Maplestory the novel universe. Being... It's okay, Ender. It's... I don't hold it against you. I think the way I said it, being that the characters come from a small town USA, I think I would kind of think, at least the way I have the story written, I would kind of think that even if it did happen, that maybe the government would even just kind of pass it off as just some weirdos doing something out in the middle of nowhere USA. So it might not warrant like a full investigation unless you get like those alien conspiracy theorists out there going, "Ooh, it's creatures from another universe." Which, believe it or not, the first draft that I had of that had the sheriff of that city. He was a alien conspiracy theorist, which turns out that he was actually abducted by some creatures from the Maplestory universe, which make an appearance later in the story. So really his rantings and ravings about being abducted weren't unfounded. They were actually true. So yeah, a lot of stuff to take in there. All right, Ender. Thanks for coming. Like I said, I'm probably just there's a couple more lines here I'm gonna finish up. So thanks for coming, Ender, and get a good night's sleep. Nope, I don't like that line. There we go. That's better. Nope. Okay. Then we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna go, oops, like that. And we're gonna go do this. Nope, don't like it. Okay, so then we're going to come off of this a little bit, get this line done, so that way I can do that other line a little better. There we go. So then this line comes down this way to there, okay, and then we're going to go like that. Alright, grab this eraser over here and do that. Alright, I'm going to do this line here. Oop. Okay, and then I'm going to get her ear done. Oops. No, I don't like that. I don't like that either. Okay, we'll work with that for now. I may modify it a little later. But for now, we're going to go like this. And then like this. Nope. Okay, then we're going to grab this again and go like, nope. Nope, I don't like that. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to go like this, and then like that. There we go. Alright, so there's kind of a start there to work with. So I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I know I didn't get a lot done, but I got some of the drawings out of the way and found out some things that I was looking for. So thank you to Ender and Daniel for coming. I hope you were at least mildly entertained. And for those of you who are watching later, I will have, as soon as this stream is over, I will have the link to Maplestory the novel in the description below, as well as, as links to Maplestory the novel, Sacred Tears the audiobook. I do have this on my YouTube channel, where I have been turning this fanfiction, at least the first book, into a audiobook slash audio graphic novel kind of deal. It is geared as an audiobook, however, you can sit down and watch it. It is fully voice acted, it has background music, has sound effects, and all that good stuff. Be sure, and if you do check it out, be sure and give a thumbs up and a comment and a share around, because the voice actors and actresses that I work with, I think, are amazing, and they would not make this series as awesome as it is. However, and like I said, the written story will be, link will be in the description below. However, do remember that as you read along, there are some things that will change and more information that will come out in the future. So take what you read with a grain of salt. The written story is much further ahead than the videos, so keep that in mind also. But yeah, be sure to check those out. If those are not your speed, be sure to also check out Sly Cooper, Rise of Vexen. This is also a fan fiction that I wrote. However, this is more so geared as an audiobook than Sacred Tears. It is still fully voice acted, has background music and sound effects. There are some on-screen elements, just so that way I could actually make a video rather than just having a static background image. Mostly just includes which characters are within the scene at any given time, and the background changes depending on which character is talking at the moment. But, like I said, it is geared as an audiobook, so you can turn it on and leave it on in the background while you're driving, at work, doing homework, or whatever. And if you do watch it, again, be sure and give it a like, give it a comment, and share it around, because again, the voice actors and actresses that I work with would not make this as awesome as I think it is. So, with all of that said, I don't really have a set schedule during the week for when I'm going to be doing these streams. Just kind of, I'll do them when I do them, and hopefully if you guys are around to check it out, all the better. Next Sunday, I have kind of figured out what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be playing a game called, a very simple game, well, not simple really, but kind of a simple game, called Luck Be a Landlord. I've seen a few people play this on YouTube, and the way the game kind of works, I'm actually going to see, it is kind of a, like, think of it as a slot machine kind of deal, but you eventually pick the symbols that go on the little rollers, and you make money and try to get things going, and so you can actually make money and continue on the game. However, the way the symbols that go onto this roulette thing, or this slot machine thing, what I'm going to do is, as I'm playing it and adding different symbols to the thing, I'm going to try and make up a story to go with it, based on those symbols. I may not get very far in the game because, one, you got to deal with working out the story versus playing the game. So we'll see how that kind of runs. But that is what I will be doing this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to check it out. And if you aren't, subscribe to become a coin in the vault so you don't miss a thing. But we'll see. So until next time, my friends.